Welcome, Choicers. I am Blake E. Today we will be discussing the story I am writing. It's called String Cheese. What you need to know about the book I am writing, I've already written down in a blurb. So what better way to let you know about it than to just read it to you. So, String Cheese takes place in Earth's near future, and is about Earth's fate as it is decided by three people. The first being a 14-year-old boy who has a habit of blurting what is on his mind. He longs for his estranged friend and the end of his isolated loneliness. The second is a 21-year-old surly blind girl with a quick mind and a quick temper, who hides her passionate, fragile soul behind a mask of stoicism and aggression. Third and lastly, there is the man from another solar system who comes to Earth for unfathomable reasons. He schemes, plots, and works toward his ultimate goal, careful to hide and protect his jaded, broken heart from everyone, including those closest to him, all for the sake of doing what he believes to be right. When a catastrophe strikes a large city, killing thousands, the newly revealed angel blames the deaths of those people on escaped demons, and their leader, the possessed sole survivor, found at the center of the destruction. The angel calls this lone survivor the Black Demon, the evil who hides in plain sight. But can you trust an alien that falsely calls himself an angel, even if he believes his intentions are good? The genre of this story will be action, romance, horror, comic bookish, and science fiction, science fantasy. I want to tell a story that both entertains and teaches. I want to break the tropes of unrealistic or untrue aspects of life, love, conflict, society, and reality. So I started writing something fun and fulfilling, while also being accurate enough to learn from. That is, for a story that is science fiction, science fantasy. I have found a way to reinvent science fiction and science fantasy in a way that can easily be visualized and imagined by nearly anyone. I want to be able to reimagine and explain the as of yet unexplainable or ambiguous forms of widely known tropes, staples, common subjects, and story devices in a way that is exciting and easy to understand. To go beyond just figuring out a better way of explaining and describing what is already known and understood in fiction. To break the current and barely acceptable standards we have settled for, and set a higher standard for fiction lovers to demand from their entertainment. I am basing everything I create on what is or could be physically possible. This will result in my changing the common conceptions of fictional story staples such as super strength, super speed, psychic abilities, super healing and regeneration, and some paranormal, religious fundamentals. As of now, all of this is already fully realized and completed to the point where I could have anyone with a little bit of artistic ability create a visual work of art that would be accurate to the story, and would require no guessing or artistic interpretation, and still look as dynamic and interesting as I describe. All rewards will be produced by me in some way. After offering copies of the completed book, and regardless of what I stated a moment ago, I want to offer renditions of each character as given directly from the author. Often it is a struggle to imagine what is described by authors, with the exception of a few that are gifted with a truly inspiring way of describing feasts for the imagination. But mostly there is a difficulty because the author can only do their best to describe what they see in their mind, as best as they can, but they cannot truly show you what they see. But I can. And you do not often have that opportunity. So, with me, the reader would know exactly how accurately they imagined what I described, and would be able to relax and entrust their imagination to me as my words build a new reality in their hearts. In order for the reader to be able to quickly look for and see a newly introduced character while reading, I want to be able to offer digital and printed versions of my characters and other related works of art pertaining to the story that would be signed and or possibly in a bound book form. This is what I thought of as both a fun way to have some immersive and engrossing reference for the story, and also as a form of my appreciation of my readers, be they a digital, paperback, hardback, or audio fan. And with that, you know everything that is needed to determine whether or not you are interested in learning more about my story and my book, String Cheese. Until next time, decide for yourself and respect that others want to do the same.